Okay, so this is going to be our constellation and alignment regarding money and embarrassment when not having money, but as we discovered from talking and sharing with each other, there is also embarrassment having money, and there are hidden loyalties towards family, but also hidden loyalties to poverty that could be holding us back and pulling us back, not letting us really apply our full potential and go for our dreams. Then there is also this conflict between going for the dreams or making safe choices. And then we discovered there's a lot of expectation and judgment regarding money, having money, not having money, either way. And also that there are secrets in our ancestry regarding money. Like there were some generations that didn't even speak about money, what was going on, and we don't know how that may be affecting us if we don't know, right? And we know that there are always loyalties to family, so how would these family secrets affect us? We will look at that. And then there is also an element of indignation, you know, like when we work hard and we think like, I have done everything I was supposed to do. I went to school or I worked hard and I'm not where I would like to be. So I would be working with these elements. There were many more, but I want to keep it simpler. There was also the trust, right, with the money, like having money and losing it. I didn't mention that one. So having money, so there are some people who get ahead, but then they lose it. They get ahead and become like very wealthy, but then lose it all again. Or even when we make a little bit more, we can also lose the money just to stay similar to our social class or neighborhood or to family. All right, so let's go for it. I will switch the camera. Help me choose the colors. Oh, and if someone could write down the colors, that would be so helpful, because we have a ton of elements. And I think so the intention is to gain clarity, right? Clarity, and free ourselves from the poverty consciousness. Oh, what I didn't put here actually are those two, like the stagnation and action. I think that's also important to look at. So many elements. So let's start setting up. Maybe I will be kicking off some, let's see. Stagnation and action. Okay. So the result I hope to get to today is clarity, freeing ourselves from the poverty consciousness, and also have a steady incoming of energy, abundance, and money. So also incoming help, right? Because that would be also helpful. Have incoming energy, abundance, and wealth. And also like developing, like I hope, so I'm not putting the trust in here, but I hope it will be the outcome. That once we see the dynamics and we understand them and we can step into the energy of abundance, we will trust. And you can always rewatch this, so it will help it. Okay. Yeah. So loyalty to family, loyalty to poverty, stagnation, action. Okay, let's start. Let's start, so we will see. Did you like the intention I set up? Was it okay? You guys resonate? Okay, there we go.
Yes, very good.
Okay. Oh, it's getting warmer here now. Okay, perfect. So, where did I hit it? Oh, here. Okay, let's choose one for money. Green, golden, dark green, light green, purple. What would you like?
Green.
Do you like this one?
No, the light one.
This one?
That one.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Green. Okay, money. And this is like a significant amount of money, okay? Not just like $1 bill. So it's a significant amount of money. Someone write it down for me, please. So green is significant amount of money. Then we have
Could we have black for stagnant?
we could have black for stagnant, yes. I'm putting it here. And what would you like for action? Red?
Maybe blue, a light blue?
Light blue for action?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm kind of feeling like here is, I have and have not. So embarrassment of having, embarrassment of not having. So how about having? You guys want gold?
Gold would be nice for having.
Okay. But it's embarrassment having, okay? And then...
Oh. Okay.
Or should we have it for having? We can have it for having and not having. So, okay, so it's interesting. So I think I will have to use embarrassment having on top of that. That's what we will do. So embarrassment having, no, I mean, this is having. Pink is not having. What do you guys want? Not having.
Red, maybe? For embarrassment, red. Red?
Red, not having.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to write this down. It's really getting super complicated.
Okay.
You said red for the embarrassment for of not
No,
having.
no, I'm sorry. Green is for significant. Green is for significant amount of money.
Yes, I have that. And then it's stagnant, it's black, and
Black.
action is light blue. And then it was all this embarrassment
We have
and
having.
having.
We have having here.
Is that just having without
Just
embarrassment?
having. Just
Okay.
having. And we have not having.
And what is it? Having money? Having what?
Money. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Having money, not having money is the red one.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the embarrassments on them, on top of them. So let's say we can do gray maybe. Is that okay? So this is embarrassment of having money. And light gray is embarrassment of not having money. Okay? Then, okay, so the event of having money and losing it. having money and losing it. So how about purple?
Oh my God, she's reading my mind.
Having money and losing it, is it okay to have purple?
Sure. Fine.
Yes.
Having money and losing it. And then we have family secrets.
Brown.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Oh, okay. A lot of elements, you guys. Family secrets here. And then I have loyalty to family and loyalty to poverty. So loyalty to family, orange. Loyalty to poverty, I will use this beige. I think that's about it. I don't want more.
Do we want to put us in the equation?
It was like everyone was a little bit different.
And what about going for the dream? Does it?
Yeah, dreams. So let's use this for dreams, okay? So I'm putting dreams actually over here.
So what do you call that if that is not light blue?
This is like turquoise or teal.
Okay. Okay.
This is going for the dreams. We do need that. Can you see it all well on the camera?
Yes.
Can you see all colors? Okay.
Yes.
So dreams, and then
We have the judgment.
yeah, judgment and the safety. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Perhaps this is 2 constellations.
Yeah, maybe we will have to do a follow-up one. But
And
it kind of feels complete.
Safety could be related to the loyalty to family, no?
Yeah, I think there's too many elements. I kind of feel that this is already complete for, you know, the nice polarities and nice. If something else comes up, you know, definitely we can have that. Let's put ourselves in. Let's do that. So our favorite, okay, our pink. It's us, okay? So that we
Yeah.
see where we are as a group. Okay. Let's start. Oh, we are here. Oh. Stagnation and having and losing. How interesting is that? That's where we are starting. Okay. So let me start. Oh, I think everyone needs to get muted so you see only me. Are you seeing only me? If you see only me, then yeah? Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, so bring in clarity, flow, unleash the potential, unleash the money, release the embarrassment, and free us from these dynamics and stagnation. Okay. So I'm called to go to us first. Okay, so this is us, the pink. So when I'm standing on this one, so I'm on the stagnation, right? And also on having and losing. And when I'm here, I don't see any of these. Like, I'm just in this like nothingness. Like, there's just me, and my mind is clear. It's clear. It's calm. I don't have any like big needs to move really, and it's like everything is unknown now. Like, at least like before, I may have had opinions, and I knew who I was a little bit more. I knew what I wanted, but in this state, I am more like, I'm okay, and I have no clue like what's coming, and I'm not taking action, but I wouldn't know which direction to go. So I feel like this circle around me, like I could choose any direction, but since I don't have any opinion and I don't have any needs really, I don't have any drive. So I kind of stay, it's still kind of comfortable, and it does feel safe also, because I cannot do anything wrong. If I stay, I'm not harming anyone. If I stay, I don't make a mistake. I'm not risking. You know, it's not like I'm taking away from anyone. My needs are like minimum. I'm not spending, like I'm not going on vacations, I'm not buying things, I'm just home and kind of like in this kind of like nothingness. It feels like nothingness around me. And the good thing, the benefit about this is also that I have so much time actually, and so little distraction. So I can go inwards, like I can go really deeply inwards and just explore myself. But myself is not there. So it's strange, like I have time to explore myself, but there is like this neutrality. There is, yeah, it's neutral, and actually the whole energy doesn't have a form. It's kind of like amorphous. And so I know it could become anything if I choose anything, but I don't have any needs. I don't have any drive. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I don't really care much either. So I just am. It's really comfortable. It's really nice, actually. But it starts to get boring. Like eventually it starts to get boring. But for a while, I believe this was very good, because everything just calmed down. The anxieties calmed down. The need to fulfill anyone's expectations calmed down. Now, nobody cares about me. I don't even have some kind of persona. I don't have like people don't know who I am and what I do, what I am able to do and accomplish. They don't know my abilities. They don't know anything about me. Like I'm very amorphous with this amorphous energy. Like I don't have an identity. I'm not calling myself anyone. Like I don't have a function, but I am a potential, like I can see, like I have this tremendous potential. I just cannot decide what to do with that. Like I could choose now to become anything and anyone. I could call myself anything or anyone, but I don't know what would be a good what would be a good choice to follow and to invest my energy into, because I'm sure, you know, it can also fail. Like I have seen many failures too. So I don't know if I have that much time to take another failure or to experiment much, you know, to come up with something new. I don't know if there's time for that. So again, I go into the safety of not stepping out of here. And I still don't see those. I'm starting to see this one. Oh, the loyalty to poverty. Great. So that's the one. So I see the stagnation, but the stagnation is also full of potential. I could become anything. So it's, you know, it's just kind of like bubbling, and eventually it kind of feels like eventually it's going to push me somewhere. And I'm standing also on the one like having had it and lost it. I don't know, I leave it here for now. I think I need to move. Loyalty to poverty now steps on the carpet. And it comes here. So loyalty to poverty comes here. So these are the ones that have, right? Having money. And this is being embarrassed about that. So loyalty to poverty actually comes here, and it doesn't see this. It only sees this. And it's so beautiful. Like, I want that. It's beautiful. So this looks like nice cars, vacations, like summer vacations, travel, you know, going out to nice restaurants and events and Disneyland, and I see like, you know, Caribbean, that kind of stuff, like all these like fun vacations with cocktails and celebration and buying souvenirs, and that's what I see. That's how I see this. Just buying. Like, you can just keep buying stuff and buy. All kind of like little souvenirs and stuff, and buy this, buy that. And you just go on buying and buying more. And then, you know, like you have a t-shirt with writing, you know, whatever, like one says, you know, like all the countries that you were to, like, you have to have the appropriate shirt. You have to have the appropriate shirt of the country you are traveling to, right? And I see like this tourism kind of like carrying this camera, like this is like such a picture of like a wealthy, like American. Yes. So it's like a picture.
Tony, can you mute yourself?
Wealthy American tourists. Okay, so it's like a picture of like a wealthy American tourist. It's funny, like, you know, like sometimes in movies you see them, like when they make fun of them, like kind of like with a big belly and the camera here, you know, and has a head and has a little flag with whatever, like hanging so many things and souvenirs on him. And so then you have to have the appropriate shirt when you go to some sports games, right? And you have to have appropriate clothes when you go here. And there are all these like requirements how you have to appear. And I'm talking from poverty consciousness. It's so interesting. That's how I see it. Like, you can have like this proper attire according to wherever you go, right? So if you go to the theater, you should have the real pearls. And then you have to have, you know, like this, like let's say like a Jaguar or like a Tesla, right? but then you should also have like an SUV when you go on safari travel, and you should have also a little airplane. You need all those things, like in order to be wealthy, you need to buy all those things. Those are part of life. And if, yeah, and I would be just so miserable if I cannot keep buying. And then we go for a rocket ship, because that's the next thing that I should have if I'm wealthy. And then I should have even a movie that is about me and my life and my success. Everyone should know me, who I am. And then I live in this like castle, kind of like, it's not castle like today, it's like a modern type of mansion, right? Separate from everyone, and everything is like so perfect, like white furniture and whatever, like a lot of rooms and bathrooms and swimming pool outside, and I have my own like golf court and all that. So that's, yeah, I love that. I really, really love that. I want that. So I'm putting this on me, on top of me. Oh, and then I go over here. Oh, interesting. So now I wanted to call in the pink one, but now I'm connecting to the family secrets. Family secrets. So I'm also connecting to the orange one, which that's not part of the constellation, I'm sorry. The coughing is not part of it. I just choked a little bit. So the orange was what, like loyalty to family, right? So I'm standing on loyalty to poverty consciousness, or to poverty. And I'm looking at family and family secrets and loyalty to family. I don't see this guy at all. It bothers me, actually. This one bothers me. I don't want to see it. I'll hide it behind that. Yeah, there is, okay. So the gray one that I removed was the embarrassment about the wealth. I'm calling in the action here. And so the action is money, like focus on money. Oh, so now that I'm here, I want to focus on actions that give me more money. But first I want us to step into this. So I'm standing on loyalty of poverty, and also the wealth. Having, and so now I'm standing on having, and I came here to this circle So somehow these two are close now again. This was having and losing it all, right? These two are here now, and these two are here. Stagnation, having and losing it, and this is action and significant amount of money. Ooh. So first I wanted that, but now that these two come closer, I pick these two. Stagnation and having it and losing it. And now I see the gray, which was the embarrassment of like when having. So now I see that, and now I take that on. And so now I have all these, and I let go of the of having a lot or having wealth. I throw it away. Actually throw it away. Go out. You know, like it's not even here anymore. So I throw it away. I have like the dreams over there feel like so far away. It's like I don't even have time to deal with that or connect to that, but this is coming now closer. So this is the not having an embarrassment of not having, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. So now okay, so now not having an embarrassment of not having go on top of this. And then there is action and money. It's all together now. It kind of looks like a heart now too. It's, yeah, it looks like a heart. And so now I'm willing to take action. But now these are together. Like when I pick it up, I'm holding these. Aha. So this is the loyalty to family. This is taking action, which is very money oriented. I look at the money. Actually, the dreams are out now. The dreams are not here. But now I'm picking up also the secrets. I actually need to throw away the dreams now too. They bother me. Family secrets, loyalty to family, action, action. Money is out now. Money is here. Not having money and embarrassment about it. This one is stagnation, having had it and lost it, and embarrassment about having it, those are together. And they're so close here too. Poverty, loyalty to poverty. Oh, it's so interesting because I'm creating these hearts here. So I'm like, oh no, it doesn't look like a heart yet. Yeah, maybe now it looks like a heart. It's so important for me to make it into a heart. So now it looks great. And now that it looks like a heart, I can move it out here. Oh, it bothers me. It bothers me. Oh, look at that. So now I'm actually going to face family secrets. So what it looks like is family secrets. So they were people who accumulated wealth like somehow there's this feeling like they got it, like it was some kind of inheritance. They got the inheritance and it goes so, it's a long, like there's like a long path to like where it came from, like inheritance from, it feels like they, okay, so it feels that we are going almost like to like 1700s or 1700s. And so they were given it and there was some kind of trickery involved, some kind of disloyalty, either like they told on someone so they got a reward, or yeah, it looks like that, like they told on someone and they would get a reward. So it's not direct like our families, but it looks more like a collective, maybe like a collective wounding. When you would sacrifice another human being in order to protect your own family. That's the loyalty to family. So the action that was taken was telling on someone or throwing them under the train, or how you say that, like under the boat, you know, like when you throw someone, like you sacrifice someone, a stranger, in order to have your family make a gain. So this could be, you know, like, this could come like in many ways, like tell on someone's religion, like in those Middle Ages, or you know, saying something like, oh, he's a bit, like she's a witch, or he was disloyal, he spoke badly about the king, you know, like he's from this like different, like rebels, you know, like the minority and rebels. And then it would look like later, like saying, okay, political parties, he's from another political party, or he's from another religion, or he did it, you know, I have seen him. So it's kind of like blaming others, but also sacrificing them in order to protect family, and then getting rewards for that. So when I do that, I step, so this is the secret. Also like trickery, you know, like tricking some people because they don't know the rules, they're not educated or whatever. And then, so we get more because they trust us, right? So we get from them as well and we accumulate. So that's the kind of action that was taken. And now I'm standing on top of this. Oh, and now the money steps here. And I take it. And then I can go away. Literally feel like, oh, I can go away now. I got my money, I don't tell anyone, and I will just go somewhere else. I will move somewhere else where nobody knows me. And I will be well off. Yeah, this is also like in a way like the modern type of robbery now, you know, like you steal some investments or like you can do it that way, right? Like take people's investments and move to another country into hiding. Or it could be also kind of like mafia, like take, you know, take from others and go move somewhere else, or pirates. Take from others, steal from others, and go and live somewhere else abundantly, where people don't know how you accumulated that money, and then you move abroad, and you have all this money, and now I'm calling in the wealth. Now dreams are still out. I'm calling in the wealth. Okay, this is strangely good feeling, I have to say. Like this is kind of funny. This is a good feeling. But now, like, all that is calling, all that energy. But for a moment, I thought, like, wow, this is a good feeling, right? I'm doing well, I'm on vacation, but it doesn't hold very long. So now this starts calling here. This pile. Oh. I'm still in a heart shape. So there's the poverty, there's the not having, the embarrassment of not having, there's the having and giving it up or losing it all, spending it all. This is embarrassment of having, and then this is stagnation. Beautiful heart, right? And it's calling now. It's not such a beautiful, I have to keep a little better. It's so funny how particular I am, like, about the hearts. Like, okay, heart shape, heart shape. So now I'm here. Now this spreads. So there's the wealth. There's the money. And there's us. There's the family secrets are under the money. There's wealth. There's action. And this is the loyalty to family. Oh, that's here too. Loyalty to family. So now I want to take the money actually and give it, put it on top of action. And when I do that, I step on it, and then it's interesting. So then I pick up this, the wealth, and now I'm calling in the dreams. And I'm kind of going with my back to all of these. So I take wealth. So I'm stepping on the wealth, calling in the dreams. So this is the first time where I feel a little bit emotional now. I feel a little bit like heaviness on my heart, and a little bit of emotion, like a little bit of tears are coming in. And I feel like like that is so complicated, and it's so, I think like when you try to figure that out, you will just keep going in a vicious cycle. Like there's no way out. And the only way out is here. Like it really feels like put your focus on the dreams. Put your focus on the dreams, and then eventually you will pull your family towards that as well. This one. So it's like I'm going to inspire them, but I first have to make it myself, otherwise they are still loyal. They're loyal to the secrets and to the old, you know, to all of these dynamics. So they're still in this stagnation, right? And they're kind of like focused here, and they don't see that at all. So it is my responsibility. I think it's also like I'm done, like no more. Like I'm so done with all of that, that there is no way out. I'm very, very clear there is no way out, especially in this dynamic here. We just keep running in circles. And so it's like wealth is where my dreams are. So I'm putting the wealth down here. Wealth is where my dreams are. So there's wealth. Then there is action. So I see that, so wealth is where my dreams are. So then somehow like I have some clarity about the wealth that is connected to dreams. Like it seems like there are some people who have done it. There are people who can teach me. There are definitely people who live on this higher frequency, and they have very different values. You may not be aware, like there wouldn't be the tourists that buy stuff and that you see like on like debauch, you know, like doing debauchery, like buying all this stuff and eating and getting those big bellies and having like the souvenirs from everywhere and having like house full of stuff, and even when it's like this modern stuff, you know, it's not people like that. These are people who seem to be supported by wealth because they stepped into their dream. And their dream is some kind of, like, it's their own, like, they really listen to their own needs. They're very clear and very connected to their own needs from deep inside. And they feel the abundance because there's flow somehow, like they have this energetic flow and trust in what is coming from their inspiration. So the wealth is there by taking action, connecting to the dreams and staying true to the dream, and just staying in that energy, keeping your energy flow clear, like keeping the body clean, keeping your mind clean, keeping it like at this high vibration. And I think the focus is on trust, focus is on what's coming up, what are these deeper needs, what are these dreams, what is this, what is something that would give me fulfillment, that is totally independent from anyone else. What would give me in this feeling of fulfillment? And this could be like what came to me now, like you could get good at cooking, like, you know, like a raw chef, like doing something special. So it's like, yeah, it's raw chef, but there is some kind of like twist on it, like it's decoration of these little things, like really detailed things that give me joy, and I focus on that, and then I share it with others. But my focus is on that primarily because I created it and because I feel fulfilled doing that. I feel good about myself, and as I'm doing more of that, I start sharing it with others. So that's the kind of action. It could be even like yoga, or, you know, it could be anything like design. It could be writing a book. It could be like, it's very specialized in a way, like whatever you are good at. Like you can have a good like dog service, seriously, like when you put your attention there and you really enjoy those dogs, it could be a good business and it would sustain you, it would fulfill you, like you know. I don't see others here. Like it first starts with you, and when you enjoy it so much and you are so true to it and you're so clear, like this is what fulfills me, this is what doesn't drain me, this is what I love doing, no matter what. If I have money or I don't have money, I will keep doing it. And there's this trust, this knowing, like it's going to sustain me because I'm giving my best to it. Interestingly, that just when I said that, the money is there, and then I can step on top of it. Look, and I have another heart here. I have another heart going on here. Interestingly, like the abundance is like a feeling. It's not the abundance here. The wealth is a feeling and believing that I will be supported. It's like a support platform. I don't see it. Like I saw it before as like all those things that one can buy, private jets and blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't see it like that, but it's down there and it's connected to this deep trust and knowing that I can have it. And so now when I develop that enough, I look outside there and I see like, okay, a lot of people live in that kind of paradigm, and they actually have this kind of, well, like they have wealth too, but it's that different wealth. It's that one that I was talking, like nice homes, you know, having their own, like they have their own golf court and tennis court, and they have several Teslas, and they go to safari, and they have like nice drinks, nice clothes, and I see that too. But there's also a lot of, like, these go together. There's also a lot of stagnation. The stagnation is underneath, and it's something I think that we don't see when we see all those good things, like all those showy things. We don't see the stagnation. We don't see the feeling bad when having. No. We do. Let me see. Do I see that? Like that they feel bad? Yeah, I kind of see that sometimes they feel bad. Like they try to be. There's this like how it shows up is like this fake humbleness, you know, like they will kind of like complain about like, oh, I have this problem, and but it's kind of, it's not fake for them, but there is this loyalty that they feel they have to complain about things not working so that they diminish, they somehow diminish what they're trying to diminish what they have, as if like, okay, they need to have it all because they have to deal with those things that don't work. And then there is all like a lot of like looking good, the family traditions, and you know they have to do their Christmas together, and there's all these like family functions where one has to show up in certain way. There's a lot of kind of like fakeness, like superficial. I don't want to say like, not superficial, like being kind of like untrue to yourself, kind of like playing these roles that they believe that they should be playing, and playing by the rules of society. Like it looks like they go to all these functions and boards and, you know, chamber of commerce, and like there's a lot of need to look proper, to look up, like to look proper, to look like a good person. They go to church, and they will also volunteer. They will donate money to charities and all that. And they're good people, you know, they're trying to support their kids and trying to do their best. But it's starting to look here like two different paradigms. And I feel like it's almost impossible, it's not almost, it's impossible for me to have what I have and to do what I'm meant to do, and to do the things that fulfill me, and being really like always feeling fulfilled and supported, and taking action like in what where I am talented, where I am excited, where I want to contribute something unique that comes really as a calling from my soul. If I want to do this, it's impossible to be there too, guys. Like there's such a repulsion. Like if I step there, these energies will pull me down. They will overcome. They will pull me down, and I will go into the vicious cycle again. And even if I accumulate it, I will lose it all to adjust to these dynamics and to these loyalties and to these like looking, you know, like trying to appear as a good person. It's not that they are a bad person, but there's a lot of inauthenticity. Is that they're good people, but they're inauthentic to their own needs. Like it's almost like they don't really speak up what pisses them off. What is the word? Like they settle. I think they settle for the status quo, for the stability, like not coming out of the like a likeness, like sameness. Like it looks a lot like even like when you have cliques in high school, right? And they all pretend they're something they are not really, you know, like they don't really deal with their emotional needs, and they don't really follow their dreams, but they're doing pretty well because they accept all these dynamics. So they are helping each other somehow, you know, helping in a way that, okay, I will help you because I don't want to look bad, like it's my duty, I should do it. But interestingly, like there is no need here to help that one necessarily. It's like that those dynamics are different, and they are risky. Like you first have to separate yourself from this. And you know, it's not that they want to attack this or anything. They see it more like leadership, but also they see it like, well, you know, I'm somebody already. I am someone. I built this structure. I have this network of how I work with everyone and how I fit in. And that thing is very risky. Like I would have to give this all up. And I see you doing that, but it almost seems like only you can do that. Like, I don't think I can do that. So then I stay loyal. I am standing on the loyalty, loyalty to family. So I you know, it's on top of the stagnation and all these like feeling bad and all that, and having it and giving it up, and then buying stuff to kind of convince myself that I'm doing well, while I'm kind of like dry inside, not very. It just feels like I am moving too, but in a circle, and I'm kind of like down. And this one looks like they're lonely, but there's something weird about them. Like there's something weirdly interesting. Like, oh, like they're doing weird things, and it's kind of cool. But I see them separate, and I don't even feel like investing into that or supporting that. It's just like they're kind of weird. Weird in the sense that they're doing things differently, and those things are new, and they're coming up with these new things, and they are cool. Like those new things, you know. Now that I'm looking at it more, like now that there's like a clear identity there, and a clear like product, clear function, and it's there's like it's like more modern, like futuristic, like it's something new, right? And because it's new, it's something new, and I want the new gadget, or I want the new cool thing, because I'm getting bored of all these like conservative things. Like I get bored of it. So then I do want to get some gadgets or something new. Like I want that like raw food, the little interesting looking things, which is the dream, right? Like they are selling me the dream in a way. So I give them money, and I receive the dream. Or it's almost like I receive their activation. And then I step out of here and I start looking from the outside. So I take my abundance, or my wealth, right? Having my stuff, my having. It's interesting. So I take my having and I stop entertaining those things and I start considering to go over there. So I go over here and I'm calling the family, the loyalty to family. I call them, come over here. Like, let's start to be truthful. Like, let's start to talk authentically. Like, let's speak like, you know, like no more BS. Let's speak from the heart. Let's, you know, tell each other how we feel. And let's connect to our dreams and let's build something new on top of those dreams. Like no more those loyalties. I mean, like loyalty to the secrets and to the not feeling good about having, and embarrassment of having and embarrassment of not having, like all this, and having and losing. Like, let's start anew. So I'm calling them to this new, it's almost like a new paradigm. Which they agree to try on. So now I feel so good because some of the family actually joined me. And I feel I just want to bow down to all that. Like, this is where we are moving from. And this is where we came from. Like, we owe these dynamics our lives. They allowed us to live and survive. But I'm ready to bow down. And it's especially to this one, the family secret. And the stagnation. So I'm willing to bow down now to them. And I understand that whatever happened, you know, in those tough times, it happened out of the need to survive. It happened out of the consciousness of fear and intimidation and hardships. And also, like, I see like beatings and like abuse and wars and betrayals. And so however they survived, you know, they had to deal with the paradigm that they were in. And I came from there too. And I have compassion for that. But I'm also ready to step out of that and put the boundary in between. So I'm asking them, please, like, look at me friendly as the evolution goes on and we are stepping into the future with new values, new set of values, a new set of needs and fulfillment. I feel like there is technological progress too that can support us now as well. There's progress like in like sources of energy and it's like it's not about fighting over land anymore and having things. It's more about this like alignment and bringing the genius, the uniqueness, the essence, the purpose, the dream, the authenticity, like bringing that out. And so now I'm looking at the shaman on my little drum here. Can you guys see me here? Am I still in the picture?
No.
I'm not.
Halfway.
Okay. So actually, for some reason, I see the shaman here. Let's see if you can see that. So I see the shaman here. That's what caught my eyes. And again, you know, like, I think this cleansing of the body and emotions, like that was coming up a lot. And today I spoke to someone and, you know, they actually spoke about enemas. Like her mom was like telling everyone to use enemas. Or her dad, I don't know anymore. And I said, like, that's actually a good thing because you're getting rid of the obstruction. And so then the energy is you get like higher vibration because you are not using so much energy on digestion. And there's not so much like clogging. And so not able to take the essential nutrients out of the food when the clogging happens. So, you know, like all this like cleansing and like eating like higher nutritional value things, and like all this like high vibration music, all this like clearing of the mind and meditation and all of that, like it's part of this. It's part of bringing this higher vibration and more authenticity out. And I'm definitely like moving further from that. And, you know, it's okay that it is there. Like I feel I don't have the judgments. I feel like that's where I came from, and I am thankful. There's a little bit of heaviness, and I want to release myself from that. Like I want to cut the umbilical cord now. I'm like, I do not want to live that lower vibration. And it's not in a judgment way. It's like those kind of values, right? Those kind of values, those kind of needs, that kind of lifestyle. I don't want to be part of it anymore, any longer. And I'm willing to take the leap of faith and actually cut the umbilical cord, ask for the blessing to look at me friendly as I'm going into a new paradigm. And so they are behind me, but there is also a boundary behind. It's not like they're supporting me. There's a boundary, there's a separation. It's like a leap. It's like really like completely shifting paradigm and jumping like a quantum jump. And leap of faith, that's, I would definitely say that too. Leap of faith into like more authenticity and trust that I will be supported by being more connected to who I am and to what my purpose is, like what my gift is, to bring it out. All right, so any comments before I step out? I don't know, like, I don't know why I took this. It's almost like, because it has this shaman on it. It's almost like, oh, I take this gift, like this message or this constellation. I take it and I'm holding it on my heart. And it's kind of like, it protects my trust, or it protects my heart. the trust in this, like there is no other way. There's this inner knowing. There's like, I'm so tired, like that would exhaust me. I can't keep going on like that. It's going to exhaust me eventually. So there is no other way. And that's the knowing or wisdom that I received as a gift, and it feels like it protects my heart. It grounds it. I feel calm, and I know that even if I don't become like famous, even if I don't like become like very wealthy, at this kind of state, like knowing that I'm supported is worth it. There's like peace in me. There's peace and trust and self-love, and there's like, I don't have to fulfill anyone's expectations other than my own needs, coming from my dreams and coming from understanding, like looking inwards and listening to my heart and cleansing myself of what is not aligned with these like different values that I want to follow now. So I would like to leave it here. Hello, everyone. I'm back. There were many comments, so I didn't have anyone reading them, so let me maybe read some. Okay. Action is included, I see. Someone was saying, so spot on. Oh yeah, one of you was saying, there's a part of me that doesn't want money. Yeah, I hope that you got some clarity about that. And then there's so many religions honor loyalty to property or poverty as highest moral, I think poverty as highest moral calling. It's so deeply embedded in our past, loyalty to poverty. Yeah, oh, there we go. Yes, so yeah, it was like a different paradigm. I think they were loyal to those dynamics for whatever reason. Like I think it was just like a level of consciousness in evolution, in my opinion. It was also, you know, because our energy, I think, was coming from resources from the land. And so whoever owns the land, you know, will have, and then they have to acquire the land by fighting for it, right? And what we saw was like kind of fooling others to take over the land, take over the resources, but that is kind of changing now. So you know, we are coming up with new resources. Like it doesn't have to be extracted from earth as much anymore. There are all these new ways of energy sources. So I think that's what is making the leap also possible. And also information, you know, information and this actually, oh, I think I posted it. There was this historian. You guys, I'm going to post it in the group again. It was so interesting. He's a historian, I think, from some university in Israel, and he was talking about the evolution. So I want to share it with you because he was saying like, well, you know, now that we have also like mass destruction weapons, so we cannot fight so easily anymore over resources. Like it could destroy us, right? And so that is not possible. So what's going to be important now is information, and it's really like this unique, like he was talking about Silicon Valley, and I think what's happening in Silicon Valley, that all those scientists and CEOs, they're doing something new. They're taking huge risks. They're coming up with all these startup companies following their dreams, you know, risking it all. They lose many times. Not many of them make it, but those that make it also big, and they really can affect the evolution. So just with computers and internet, like those are huge shifts, you know, how we can now connect. And he said, well, you cannot intimidate those kind of people, right? Like how do you steal their information? Is not going to be as easy, right? So I think that he explains that very well. And so what I'm getting from doing this is that, you know, it's not just those CEOs in Silicon Valley. Like we are all called to come out with our dreams and believe in them and embrace them. Yeah, so I don't know, anyone would like to add something to this? What were your reactions? Oh, there is a hand up. Carol, did you want to speak?
That was from before, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Something, yeah.
Okay. So anyone wants to add something, or do I just finish for today?
This is Stella. I'd just like to say that it was, in a way, like too much information, too many colors, too much. It was like trying to get it all in one session. I really had to, like, you know, just go away and make some tea and just take a pause for a while because it was like so much. I will of course rewatch it, but it was some feeling of like desperation or trying to fix it all now. And that desperate feeling did not, I mean, I'm talking about me, like my that is what it triggered within me.
Yeah. Do you still feel it? It's still there?
I don't know. It was just some kind of desperation that I felt, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I'm not interested in desperation. So yeah, that's what's up. No. Too many colors, too many issues, too much stuff. I'm just going to leave.
No, but it was like that. It was really like, it felt like, okay, it's so complex, we cannot fix it.
No.
If you're in the paradigm, it's unfixable. Like that's what became very clear. The only way is to leave, because it's going to exhaust you. If
totally,
you're trying to play by those rules, it's going to exhaust you.
Yeah.
Please, like when you follow your dreams and you go inward and you connect to your heart and you do it, somehow I felt that whatever I need for that will appear and it will be there. Whatever my need is to sustain that kind of flow of energy or focus or those kind of values, I will be supported. I felt that. But I cannot be in both worlds. Like you cannot have it both ways.
No.
You cannot be in those dynamics and also have it this way. Like you need to be okay that you may be looked at like you are outsider. That there's something like, you know, I was saying weird, but that's not the right word. It's just different, like outsider, you know, like what the heck are you doing? And then like, well, only you can do it. Like that's too risky, you know? And you have to be okay with that. If you don't want to go down with all that baggage, you know, those like old conservative kind of dynamics. Sorry.
Yeah, what I feel when it comes to myself and my own evolvement is that I don't need to, if I find like one issue, that one will like sweep with it the rest. It's like I don't have to pinpoint everything. It's like if I have like this, then it will like as an octopus take like other stuff with it automatically. Yeah, that goes with it. So that is also what I felt, that it's like there were too many things to focus on. I only need to focus on like one or two or three, perhaps four things, and that will just bring it all.
Completely, absolutely. There was simplicity, like if you look, it's kind of interesting to look at those colors compared to those colors. You see, like how
that was very evident to me too. Yeah. The vibrancy compared to that, like stale, dead.
Focus on that. Focus on the high vibration. makes you feel good, what makes you feel fulfilled, and what what makes you feel not good, like excited kind of, like not that kind of good, like you go to disco and drink, and not that kind of good, like there's this clearing inside. It's like this focus on simple things, and that's what brings it out. And then just like letting go of everything that is unnecessary stuff or function, or like going even to events because I should be going, because otherwise someone is going to say that I'm not a good girl or whatever, not a good neighbor, or not a good whatever, not a good mom in the PTA because I don't go to the fundraiser, like I don't go because it doesn't make me feel good. No, it's not even about the money. That kind of like fakeness, like how the conversations go, it just doesn't make me feel good, so I don't go.
Yeah,
they're not authentic, so I can't go, so I stay in my room, but like I stay by myself. But if people like what I'm offering, like this weirdness or this like constellation, like it takes something to be doing that, and to step into the unknown, always not knowing what's going to happen, right? And there's like all these people looking, and I'm getting to the point where like, okay, you may take something from that's for you, leave the rest, like I don't mind, but this is my gift, and doesn't get different, it doesn't get better, maybe it gets better with the time, but this is what it is, like
it's gonna be it's as always fantastic. So I'm gonna like re-watch it, like, and just so also when I'm home, because here, since I'm in somebody else's house, I feel like it's different. But it was good.
Well, thank you, dear.
Yeah.
All right, anyone else would like to say something?
Klara, this is Janine.
Yes.
Okay. One of the things I noticed, because I sort of early on, I saw the bright colors, and I saw that is the new energy money paradigm we're trying to bring in, because money is just energy, right? And then I was noticing, I thought the new paradigm is always circling the carpet. It kept circling the carpet, and the old paradigm was squarely on the carpet, kind of moved off to a corner. And I was waiting to see if the new paradigm would end up on the carpet, and it did not. And I thought, oh, isn't that interesting that maybe it's still new and out there.
Yeah, it is.
And not strong enough yet in the world consciousness to be on the carpet.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely in the realm of leadership right now, like singled out leadership. That's how it felt. Like, only the leaders can do that, because you give up everything. Like it's almost like, oh, maybe you don't have a family to feed, it's almost like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there's this justification why not to take that kind of risk. Like it really feels real. Like, well, only you can do that. I cannot take those kind of risks. I cannot leave all this behind because I have all these responsibilities. But they are still looking, and I think when the leaders start making, like when they start becoming more stable, more like they start producing with doing their authentic, like bringing out their authentic gift, it will give others the courage to start looking more at that and trying it on, and even saying, okay, I will take my wealth and I will like put my, how do you say it? Like I will invest in it. Like I will put my bet on this now, So they are not putting money in that yet, which makes the leadership harder, because it's harder to get funding and all that, because it's something completely new and crazy, right? Like unheard of. And that's why I think like so many startup companies are also failing, because it's like way, way up there, So if you like read some stories about the founder of Tesla, and his spaceship program and all, like how many times he failed and nobody believed in him and all that, So this realm takes leadership and leap of faith for the first ones to establish, almost like we are establishing a new colony.
I was just going to say that, I mean, that the leadership is not about them. The leadership is about us.
Yeah.
The leadership is like on the micro level and the micro level. It's not only someone out there who's going to like invest money, It's about you and I investing here in this cup of tea or whatever, and going with that vibration, so we can manifest a vibration, a frequency where others can tap into, and we do that every single breath.
Yes, you have to
so
stay.
It starts with us.
Yeah, but you have to like ground it. Like you have to stay long enough so that they start seeing you. Because before, I don't think I saw that realm at all. Like at the beginning, like I didn't see it at all. Remember, like when I was also like I was doing the inner work. And I felt like I'm stagnant and like I don't know like which way, but I started connected to this amorphous potential in me.
Right.
And I knew I could take it any way, but I felt like it's risky. And then I don't know what caused the shift. I think by looking like, how the wealth was accumulated in the old paradigm, I think that started like shifting. I'm like, I don't want to be a part of it, you know? And then I started, I think, believing like, okay, I will get tired by continue that, because it's almost like karmic stuff, right? So you stay going in circles. So I think that's when I started to separate a little bit more and taking like, there were 2 times also when I took action. I don't remember, I will have to rewatch, but I took some kind of action with my money. So, yeah, I think it was very interesting. I'm definitely going to rewatch and see like what else I get from that. Oh, so the other thing was about the colonies, right? So think about it, like we are eventually going to outgrow the earth, right? So we have to.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Not at all.
Okay, I do think so. I do think so. I do think that humans want to go beyond and beyond, and you see it already in some of the leaders. And you know, there was like one guy was also interesting. Like think about it, like many kids grow up now, okay, not going outside. Like our generation, we had to be outside a lot, but the kids now, they are totally fine with computers and stuff like that. In a way, that we are part of the whole. In a way, the whole is always preparing for something new. And so it may not be us who will go, but it may be our grandchildren who are okay to be in a locked space with a computer. It would kill me. I don't think I would survive that. But, you know, it's just a theory. And if we don't take these kind of leaps, how are we going to take like that huge kind of leap into the unknown, you know? Like, I think we have to prepare the consciousness for bigger leaps, and it starts with this. And it's scary. It's scary, and if you are leaving someone behind, it's scary. But imagine going to another planet, like you're not leaving only your family, you would leave the whole humanity, like everything as you knew it, and build something new. So it's just a theory, but I wanted to mention that because there was a similarity in that, like cutting the cord and going into the new realm. So I'm just making it up now. Some food for thinking. Okay, Rita wanted to talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of also left the chaos as soon as you started talking about dreams was the way out of the chaos, and I go, okay, back to reaffirming that my dream is the way out. This is the only way that I can see for me to get out of this. conundrum that kept on playing. And I'll have to look at it again because I too had to go do housework because it was just too crowded.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. Anyone else? Arina, did you want to say something?
I could connect a little bit to a feeling of overwhelm at the beginning, but for me, it passed on, I feel, more easily, and I'm very glad and thankful for this session. It gives me inspiration and more grounding in my decisions, and confirms many things that I have been experiencing with the family and the family status quo and pressure and expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel every time a little bit more freedom and more ease to be myself and actually show myself, which was not the case before with my family.
Mm-hmm.
And be okay with the reaction that comes.
Yeah. Confirmation. Awesome. Okay, great.
And this was very powerful to hear once again that there needs to be this boundary. It's not possible to stay in both worlds at the same time.
Mm-hmm. We'll take
Because I've been trying to make this connection for many years, I think, but eventually, yes, I also had to realize that I can only go my way and then see how it's also shifting on the other side.
Yes.
As I remain
True.
Confidently and
Yeah.
true, yes, to my path.
Yes. So it was, you can only inspire. You can't explain it. It's not going to be like, tell them, oh, this is why, because it's irrational. Actually, that leap is irrational because you're jumping into the unknown and doing something completely different. So you have no ways to prove that it's going to work unless you stay enough and it starts working. And then they will see. And so then you don't have to convince anyone. You just show them like, look, this is how I did it, and you could do it too, but your very own way. You follow your very own dream and you will be sustained. Just trust me. It happened for me, it's like that.
Now it's about trusting that moment will come and just keep going, because they do demand a lot of explanations, they don't understand. And
yeah, you can communicate. So yeah, I will give you explanation in 5 years. We will sit down and explain it all. Right now I don't have any explanation. It's just a pull. I don't know why I'm doing it. Like when I left medicine for homeopathy, all my family was like, you are crazy, like that doesn't even exist, like there's nothing in those remedies and blah blah blah, and then I started like curing everyone around, them included, and now they're like, okay, can you please give me a remedy, and so now they're all like, my sister is even getting out of her job as a dentist. She's like, it's all corrupt, I cannot do it anymore, I cannot do whatever the regulations are asking of me. My mom is also saying, I'm done, I can't do anymore what I'm asked to do. So they're stepping out. They're stepping out, and they were even like, my mom was telling people, don't vaccinate and that kind of stuff, but before it was unheard of. Like when I started doing it, they were like, oh my gosh, you're traveling with your kids and you don't vaccinate them, how are you responsible, and blah blah blah. And then they saw the benefits, and they see the kids of the other people who go the other way, and now they see my results. But before that, they didn't approve. They didn't send me a penny. They let me suffer. I'm telling you, they let me suffer. Like there were times like I had nothing, and had to like continue my trust and belief. So that was one. And then, they are just opening. My sister opened to constellations before, but more because she wants to manipulate, like it's more like, she sees it more like, like in Italy, they have these tarot readers and they tell you like, oh, what is your lover doing and who is involved with him, and kind of like manipulation. And I always refused to do that. I was like, I can't do anything like that. Like, I'm not doing constellations for curiosity. Like, you really have to want to change something in your life. So I would let her suffer. And then I gave her a few sessions and they were great. And she still comes back to me because she wants to manipulate. I'm like, no, sorry, like, I can't do it. So she has this misunderstanding. But at the same time, they're letting go of their old ways. So on their own pace and in their own way, they're letting go of the old. And it's kind of cool. Like, my sister didn't talk to me for 10 years. And now, at least like she calls and we talk more authentically. And we can like joke again, and there's no blame and shaming anymore. And, before she used to tell me, I mess everything. Like, she told me, okay, with her words, she tells me, "You're so ugly, I could throw up." Or she would tell me things like, you fucked up the birth of your children. I was like, who says that? Like, you fucked up the birth of your children. Like, sorry, like, I could have done better, I'm sure, It's like, I'm a failure at everything, So those kind of words, those kind of judgments are not coming anymore. There's like more openness. And I think it's just not because I could convince them. It's because I'm inspiring them by the results that I have. That's the only way. So, okay, anyone else wanted to share something?
I just thought it was a fantastic process, because someone found out, when you first started about the 1700 or whatever. So apparently, like, there was Prussian royalty, so it was through. Anyway, they came to Australia, so I don't know exactly what happened, but that was ringing bells there. But everything else that you said, it's just so true. The not feeling, like when you first started, about not knowing the purpose or, the dreams. So, like, I had a dream, 6 years ago or something, and it's still there, and I still know what I want. And it's like I've been gathering stuff to it, but it's like I can't take action. So, just everything that you said really resonated.
Yes. So remember, like, one thing, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what came to my mind now is like, when you are in that, it was kind of like dark and I couldn't see outside at all. It was kind of amorphous. It's a little bit also like being in a room, like you're connecting to yourself. You're just like being in this quiet, and you could become anything, right? And I think like the shift was there when I started like looking at the family secrets. And I think I started realizing like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. And that's when the connection to my authenticity and to the dream, I think, started coming closer. Does it make sense? I'm sorry. I interrupted you, Jessie.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. Perfect sense. That's what I was saying, that, like, it was just absolutely fantastic. Everything that you said.
Yeah, so it did feel like an important stage, even though like at the beginning it sounded like, okay, we're not taking action, don't know which direction to take it, but it seems it's an important, like, an incubation stage, just to be in that. And it may be uncomfortable and feel stagnant, but it's just a stage of it all. And as we are clearing more and becoming more aware of where we came from and what burdens we don't want to carry anymore and what dynamics we don't want to continue and entertain anymore, I think more clarity comes out of that, because all those expectations and all those activities that we do just to please others or please the traditions, please the culture, please the expectations of the neighborhood and all that, the more we let go of that, we will be able to connect more to what it is that we want to do. So,
well, I have disconnected from virtually everything.
it's good.
And so I am like almost isolated apart from going to work these days and
Yes.
all these summits. So
Yes.
it's like I'm, you know, like connecting into there, but I'm getting more and more lost because I can't do that either, like other people. And so other people have told me, yes, I've got, you know, like I'm master or whatever, but it's like I don't even have a little tiny glimmer of anything yet.
Yes, it's amorphous. It's very amorphous. That's, yeah, it wasn't clear in that stage, but see, it's just a stage. It's going to move. It's going to move. So you are in my course, right, Jessie? Yes, you are.
I don't know.
You are in the ARM's course in
Yeah.
You are, okay, great. So, you know, like we are going to do more. There's another, you know, we are doing another session on Saturday, and then we will do another money module. So, you know, you will clear more and more. And then at the end, I'm also going to teach you some techniques, how you will start like learning how to make decisions, how to decide between different options. So I will teach you all that too. So, you know, give me like, it's like 4 more weeks, I think, that we are going.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to clarify more and more. That's
Thank
my
you.
commitment in the course. Yeah. Awesome. Great. Okay. Anyone else? All right, so we are going to complete this for today. Thank you so much, everyone, and all those who set up the intentions with us and all those who are going to watch this afterwards. May it really serve a lot of beings and our collective evolution so we can move faster. All right, love you all. Thank you.
Love to you. Bye, Klara.
Thank you.